Hello. Yes, it is me again. Talking. Not doing much, but talking. My weight. Okay, can I talk about my weight? I mean, listen. I just looked at myself right now in the phone's reflection. And every time I look at myself in the mirror, I always have like the worst opinion of myself. I am never satisfied. I am always ugly. I am always fat. And I guess you can chalk that up to mental illness. I mean, really, I guess you could. I guess you really could chalk it up to mental illness. What is mental illness, really? What is mental illness? Like, we all get frustrated. That doesn't mean we're mentally ill. And when we're frustrated, we act. Like, I get frustrated when I look at myself and I think of myself as being fat, you know, as being like I see like that I have this, right? Like, I basically have man boobs, you know, and so like I get frustrated when I think about the fact that I have man boobs. I look at my gut, right, my little Buddha belly, you know, and I get mad or frustrated, well, both, that I have that. And I probably wouldn't be so upset about it or frustrated or whatever adjective you want to use to describe it. I probably wouldn't be if I don't know, just like had friends, I guess, had a social life. Like, there are aspects of my life that aren't the healthiest, and that stuff really does help with like frustration. No doubt in my mind about that. No doubt in my mind about that. It really does help with frustration. But I mean, there's other reasons to be frustrated in life, right? And I'm grabbing myself a iced coffee. Un iced coffee, chico de vanilla.
¿Algo más?
No hielo en el coffee. No, that's it.
Pasa la ventana.
Es todo. Es todo. I'm getting myself a coffee, even though I had coffee yesterday. And coffee every day. Let's not be judgmental. It's just that I hate how much of a hold coffee has on me. But I can afford it, you know, because I'm working. Thank you. Okay, so I got my coffee. I'm good. I'm good, baby. I'm strong. I'm happy. I'm healthy. I'm good. You already know what's gonna happen. I'm gonna down this shit. Let's down it. Let's down this coffee. Woo! Yeah, baby. Coffee. Hey! There we go. So every day when I get coffee and I take my route to the gym, I pass by the location where the dance studio used to be. And it brings thoughts to my mind, and it makes me wonder and think, what is life? What is a life? Here I go again. Oh no, here he goes again singing. What is a life? I wish I knew. I wish I knew what life is. My mind is a whirlpool of thoughts, fishing for a fish in a whirlpool of thoughts. Never will I ever catch that which I seek. A fisherman without a rod, his hands over his eyes to peek. Ah! What do I want? What do you, Ismael Isaías Ramirez, want? You want what everybody wants. You want to live your life. You want to live your life. But, and there is a but, there is such a thing as living life incorrectly. Now, my therapist loves to push back on this, but I disagree with her on that. But also, to be fair, she only pushes back in the setting. Like, I only know her in a formal setting. I only ever see her when I'm in her office and she's treating me. And so, words are the only thing she can use as in her field, her practice. It is warm, man. I was hoping that the warm days were gone. No, I don't want that. I like warm days. Warm days are good. It just makes it incredibly difficult. Because she, in the setting of practice, right, isn't going to share with me things that she would share with another person outside of her office, in a social setting, for example. So, a social setting and my therapist's operating room are totally different. Like, they have different rules. And I get hung up on the words. And my frustration builds up. And so I spit her words back at her. But I'm just trying to understand the treatment. And part of the treatment is to get my ass to the gym. So that's what I'm gonna do, boy. I lost earlier today. I had I've been having several matches. On Yu-Gi-Oh! And man, I went up against an Odd Eyes deck and got cooked. Interruptions, you know? Not only interruptions, but the Odd Eyes deck. Okay, so when I was in that battle, I destroyed... They had one protection for their back row. They had an Xyz monster that benefited after being sent to the grave. And then they had one negate. So I drew 2 infinite imperms. And I mean, I drew multiple copies. So even though I had played Maxi, and I was benefiting off of that Maxi, when I had like I think 7 cards in my hand, it was actually like I only had 4. Because Infinite Imperm was 2, I had 2 copies of Purple Knight. And I had an Orcust card. Yeah, I mean, I'm not unhappy with that deck. Like, I'm really cool about that Mech Knight deck. But, you know, it's just gonna require a little bit of tweaking, if I can. Like, I don't know. Like with any skill, it just requires... It requires your attention, and it requires your effort, and it requires your energy. That's what it is with any skill. And with video games, it's not just video games. Video games have their own genres, and they all kind of bleed into each other a little bit. But you can also focus and get specific with it. It's interesting, man. Yeah. So frustrations. Ain't nothing like the road to unlock those frustrations. When you want to be somewhere or get somewhere, there's nothing but traffic because we're in Los Angeles. There ain't nothing but traffic here. It's a city, baby. It's a big place full of people. We pack it in here. That ain't no lie. That ain't no doubt. And it's a warm day. It's a nice 83 degrees-ish around there. And it's noon. It's noon. So I got out of the house at noon. Got myself a coffee. Flossed. Definitely flossed. Didn't brush my teeth though, because I'm a dirty little boy. And here I am. You know, this is life. This is my little slice of life. And holla at me. Comment on my video, because apparently I'm looking to be an entertainer. I'm looking to be... You know what I'm looking to do? I want to take my skill in video games, and I want to monetize that. But it's frustrating to do that, you know? It's really frustrating to do that. So, yeah, man. I'm so limited. Like, okay, so what's one option? What's one What's one way of monetizing my skill? I don't even have to monetize my skill. There are no rules. There are no rules. I have skill in video games, yes, but I don't have to monetize it. I think I want to monetize it because I think that'll bring me happiness. But not necessarily. Not necessarily. I'm just going to keep on listening to my therapist. I'm going to listen to her even though I know better. She wants me applying to jobs that I have no business applying to. And it's frustrating for reasons like, but it would be in my best interest to follow her consultation on this, because it is frustrating, man. Like, who can relate to the frustration? Like, I'm looking at Riot Games, I'm looking at THQ Nordic, I'm looking at all these companies, well established, successful, and I'm looking at their job openings, and I'm not qualified for any single one of them. Those aren't where my skills lie. And that's what it really comes down to. It's like, what are my skills? What are these skills of mine? I would like to know what my skills are. Turn them into something. Anyways, I am here in the parking lot of the Planet Fitness. It is noon, and I don't want to be here. Just like I don't, like, my therapist requested that I show her my resume because she, quote unquote, would like to see it. And then I forgot to bring it, which then prompted her to ask, well, do you even want me to see it? To which I then replied, not really. not want her to see it. It's not like I don't want her to see it. But it's not like I'm dying for her to see it either. Anyways, that's just kind of how I'm feeling today. I'm not even sure if I'm going to get back home today. Since I got out of the house at noon, I'm probably just going to be out all day. So this will probably be the video for today. Everyone out there who's living their individual lives, I wish I was you.